2 hours ago, Dallas Fire did confirm for us that among the dead are two women and one child. We know 5 people were injured today, one of them critically. It has been, at the very least, a long and very emotional day for those affected, and that includes the well over 100 firefighters who responded to fight those flames and try their best to save lives. The night, it's been even longer, I'll be honest with you, and they're still not done. We know that, manually in some cases, sifting through what's left, looking for any signs of victims. We have team coverage for you tonight. Our Aaron Jones has spent this evening talking with families who suddenly no longer have a home. Marvin Hurst tonight looking at the recovery and the investigation side of things for us. Marvin, start us off. What is the latest from there?
Hey, Doug, we do know that the NTSB is coming here to investigate this explosion. We also know that Dallas Fire and Rescue will continue in recovery mode. They have already started excavating that particular area. Let's do a quick run of facts. This all started when they got an emergency call for a gas leak in that area around 12:47 today. That's when emergency responders say they set out for the 400 block of East 9th Street. And when they got there, they said it only took them 2 minutes to get there. They heard an explosion en route getting there. It was fire and devastation when they arrived. So far, 3 deaths. But even investigators say, they tell us that they haven't even searched half of that scene yet so far. Initially, they say 4 people were transported to the hospital. That number has now dropped down to 3. 1 person is in critical but stable condition. They had 2 other people who are expected to be released from the hospital. Then they had 2 different people who drove themselves to the hospital with minor injuries. In the meantime, the search goes on for more people who could have died in that explosion, an effort already having an impact on firefighters.
You know, to see a building completely destroyed like that, there are a number of things that come to mind. And one of the things you have to consider that we as first responders, that there are a number of things that we are before we are first responders. And that is, excuse me. And that, you know, we're parents. And with school being let out and the possibilities regarding who might be in those apartments, you know, they really weigh on the heart.
Can't write this, can you? This all started, as I mentioned, from a gas leak. According to officials, the city says that it was not working in that area. Atmos Energy also telling us that they were not in that area either. But the utility company does say that there was a construction company who was in that area. That company unnamed at this particular point. We are working to try to find out who that company is. Firefighters are going to be here all night long, or as long as it takes, to recover the remains and the bodies of those who are dead. 35 to 45%, they tell us, they've covered on the grounds there and torn down part of that building. They tell us if you have a loved one, and you're still trying to find that person, all you have to do is call 311. The city has special social services, a special social service response set up for you on that line. Marvin Hurst, CBS News, Texas.